just exactly what you want to be doing on a Friday afternoon, right? Remember, practice test 2 is like practice test 1. It has extra. Okay, it has extra.
So what was the last question for practice test?
Oh, shoot. Let's do practice test 2 and then we'll come back and finish that one. Shoot, yeah. I forgot we said it. But we're gonna go ahead and do practice test 2. And then we'll have plenty of time. We'll come back and catch that last one. Here we go. Write the equation of the circle with a center and a radius that's given. Okay? Jade, I gotta be careful because all the kids gone on retreat didn't get one. Where's yours?
I wasn't here yesterday.
Okay. Alright. It's a circle with a center here and a radius here. What's that look like? No work. No work. What's it look like?
X plus 4
X plus 4 squared.
plus y plus 2
Y plus 2 squared
equals 100.
equals 100. This number is always r squared. When you write the equation of your circle, it's always r squared. Okay? Now, this one, same problem, except I don't know the center and the radius. All I know is that these are the end points of a diameter. So, how am I going to come up with the center and the radius for this one? Find the midpoint, and the midpoint is the average, right? So 2 and negative 4, add them, divide by 2, what do you get? What? No, you don't get 1. Negative 1, yep. And 6 and 8, add them, divided by 2, what do you get? 7. So now we know that our equation at least starts like this. Right? Now, how am I going to get the radius?
So negative 1 minus.
I need to find this distance. So the square root of negative 1 minus negative 4. Watch it, there's a lot of negatives floating around here. Alright, so negative 1 minus negative 4 will be 3. Squared is 9. 7 minus 8 squared 1. So my radius is root 10, which means what number goes in the actual equation then? Plain old 10, r squared. That number is always r squared. So if we square r, we get just plain 10. There's your equation. Okay? Now we're going to write the equation of an ellipse. So an ellipse looks like this. Now if we forget, all we have to do is turn to another page of the test and we'll find an ellipse. There's one of each on the test, so you know what they look like. All right, what do I know about this ellipse? Its center is at 2, 3. All right, well stop. That means x minus 2, y minus 3. And the major axis is 12, the minor axis is 4, and it's stretched horizontally. That means that it looks like that. So this would be the major axis, right? And they tell me that it is 12 long. Well, if that's 12, then I'm going back and forth 6, which means under x is a 36. And the minor is 4, which means I'm going up and down 2, which means under y is a 4. Right? Easy enough? D is another ellipse. But this time I know a bunch of points. My major axis is another ellipse. And my major axis has endpoints at -2, 1, and -2, -7, and 0, 3, and -4, So basically, they're giving me the picture. Now I have to come up with the equation. So what can you tell me about that?
The center's at
-2, -3? Which means x plus 2, y plus 3. Now, if you had graph paper, which I know you don't, you will for practice test 3 and you will for the real test. If you had graph paper, could you just draw in your major axis and your minor axis, and where they cross will be the center? Could we just draw those in? Yeah. Or you can do midpoint. Doesn't matter. Somehow you gotta find that middle point right there. Alright, now, if that's the center, how far up and down did I go? I went up and down 4. So, well, the total is 8, but I need to know what number goes under y. So 16 is gonna go under there, because I went up 4 and down 4. Now, what about sideways? How far sideways did I go? Went from -2 to 0. How far is that? 2. So this number is a 4. All right, what's next? Remember, the test will only have one of each on it. We just did 2 ellipses. Now we're going to do 2 hyperbolas. Now, hyperbolas are just like ellipses, except minus. And I can't really do it unless I know which way it opens. So, 2, 4. Opens horizontally. So would you agree it looks something like this? And what does that tell me? X comes first. So x minus 2, y minus 4. That's my center. This is the transverse axis, and it is 10, which means we're going back and forth 5, which means under x is a 25. And the conjugate axis, that's this one, is 6. So I went up and down 3. So this is 9. Starting to get the hang of those? Seems like we've done a bunch of those recently. Okay, one more. The transverse axis has endpoints at 2, 3, and 2, -5. All right, now, wait a minute. These are the endpoints of the transverse axis. So what are they? They're vertices, aren't they? Those are the vertices. So this is what your hyperbola looks like. The endpoints of the transverse axis are the vertices. The conjugate axis is 0, -1, and 4, -1. Okay, that's the conjugate axis. So tell me what you know about the hyperbola from just what I've drawn there. Tell me what you know about it. Y's first. What else do I know? Is 2 what? 2 -1 is your center. So x minus 2 y plus 1. Make sure you're getting those numbers paired up with the right letter. All right, what else do we know? We really know everything. What goes under y? 16. Y, yes, that's right, y. Because we went up and down 4. All right, what goes under x? 4, because we went sideways 2. Perfect. Now we're going to write the equations of the parabolas. So parabolas are something squared equals a number times something not squared. And if we forget, we can just look at our rest of our test. There's a parabola equation on there. That's what they look like. All right, what do I know? I have a vertex at 6, -1. This is the vertex. And focus, whoa, at -4, -1. That is my vertex. That is my focus. And this is a parabola. Which way does it have to open? Left. Here it is. Okay? Now, because it's opening left, which letter is going to be my squared letter? Y. So y plus 1, x minus 6. And left is a negative direction. Left and down. In the equation of a parabola, this number is 4p. This is p. What is that distance? This is p right here. What is that? 10? That distance is 10. So if p is 10, then 4p will be -40. Negative because it's left. That 40 is what? The focal width? Tell me about this parabola. It is very fat, very big. All right, one more. Another parabola. It has a focus at 1, 5. directrix at x equals 3. So again, this is the focus, that's not the vertex, that's the focus. So you need to determine which way to open. What do you think? I have another left one, yep, this one's left also. Looks like this. There's my vertex. If you're thinking about it opening another way, I need you to convince yourself that it can't. Because any other way it opened, it would hit the directrix and it can't. It opens away from its directrix. Alright, left means y is squared and a negative number, okay? What is my vertex? This is x equals 3. So it's going to be halfway in between. Negative 4 will be back here. What's this x? What's this x? What's right in the middle of 1 and 3? This is 2 comma 5. So x minus 2, y minus 5. You guys, some of you need to spend some time just counting. Now, this number in the equation is always 4p. This right here is p. So what is p this time? Well, p is 1. 4p is 4. Okay. Now we're ready for the other 4 problems, which are the ones where we find all the information. All right, so what's the first one? A circle. Oh my gosh, you could do this with your eyes shut. Hopefully. Go ahead, find the center and the radius. Don't wait on me, just do it. Joseph, good morning. This is the most fun you've had all day. Come on. Enjoy it. Where did you end up with your center? 2, negative 3. And your radius is the square root of 14. Okay? Guaranteed test question. Everybody's gotta get it right. Now we have a parabola. Somebody said earlier, Mrs. Ford, you usually have this on the other side. It doesn't matter. If you want to switch your equation around, you can. The parabola equation is something squared equals the numbers have something not squared, but they can be flip-flopped. The number goes with the not squared. All right, tell me what you know about this parabola. Focal width is 8. Absolutely, we can fill that in. Focal width is that number right there. Always positive. What else do we know? Good job. -3, -1. Did everybody pay attention to x comma y? You have to go? Oh, okay. At 250? Okay. All right, what else do I know about my parabola? That is the vertex.
It opens up.
It opens up. Yep, it surely does. So its focus is in here somewhere, and its directrix is down here somewhere. I'm going to start at my vertex and go straight up. If I'm going straight up, isn't X staying the same? But I need to know how far up to go. We call that P in a parabola. In this parabola, 4P is 8. So P is 2. So I'm going to start right here and go up 2. Okay, if I go up 2, I'll be at negative 3 comma 1. Now I'm going to go down 2 to my directrix, go down the same amount. Well, this point would be negative 3, but remember, your directrix is a line, so the answer is y equal to the directrix, y equals negative 3. What's this, do you know? It's an ellipse. But even if you forgot, look at the questions. Major and minor, that goes with the ellipse. That's all that goes with. So we know this is an ellipse. Where is our center? 2, negative 1. Now I need my vertices. And I know there's only one blank there, but there's 4 of them. There's 4 of them. So here we go. How do I find them? So sideways, 2, and up and down, 3. So those points that I just connected are my vertices. But I need to know what they are because I need to write it down in the answer blank. So start at your center and back up 2. You're at 0, negative 1. Go forward 2. You're at 4, negative 1. You're starting at 2 and adding and subtracting 2. Now I'm going to start at negative 1 and add 3 and subtract 3. So those are the 4 points that are vertices for your ellipse. Major axis is how long? Don't count, think about it. I mean, you can count, but just think about it. How did you get these points? What did we do? Up and down 3, so the length has to be 6. And here we went sideways 2, so the length has to be 4. Now we need our foci. They are points. And they are points always located on the major axis. So here's somewhere. Remember, I'm not grading your picture. I'm only using that so I know which direction to move. I'm going to go up and down. I need to figure out how far up and down to go. That's the distance from the center to the focus. And how do I find that in the ellipse? 9 minus 4. So it's going to be the square root of 5. So what do? I start, which way am I going? Up and down, which means my x will stay the same. So I'm gonna take my starting y value, which is -1, and I am going to add root 5 and subtract root 5. Right? Okay, one more problem. This is what the one you just did on your quiz. All right, so here we go. Where do we go? Where is my center? 2, -3. And to double check that, make sure I didn't get them turned around. So 2, -3. All right, now I'm gonna make my box. I will go up 3 and down 3 and sideways 2, and there's my box. Now, when I made the box, connected those 4 points, 2 of them I need. 2 of them are important to me. For this particular hyperbola, which are the 2 important ones? Top and bottom of the box? Because that is the way the hyperbola opens. So those big black points there are the vertices. And I found them by going straight up and straight down 3. So what are their coordinates? Straight up would be 2, 0, and straight down would be 2, -6. Perfect. Now, this is my, what is this called right here? Which one is this? Transverse. And since we went up and down 3, that guy is 6. Here's my conjugate, since we went sideways 2, he's 4. We know what the position of our foci are. They're inside the branches of the hyperbola. So to find this point, we're going to start right here at our center and go straight up some distance that I'm going to figure out. Right? If I am going straight up, then the x-coordinate is 2. X isn't changing, right? I'm going up. So I'm going to take this -3, and I'm going to add something to it. Now, what am I adding to it in this problem? What is that distance, center to focus? 13. So I'm going to start at -3 and add root 13. And then I'll start at -3 and subtract root 13. And now I'm all done except my asymptotes. So to write the equations of my asymptotes, I need a point and I need a slope. What is my point? 2, -3. Always use the center. What is my slope? Think about when you built the box, what did you do? Up 3 and over 2? Y minus the y coordinate equals slope x minus the x. Y minus the y coordinate equals other slope times x minus the x. So we'll distribute. That worked out nicely. And subtract. So that one is 3 halves x minus 6. Y equals. I'll distribute. And that one's just going to be y equals negative 3 halves x. And we just took more than the whole test. We did more problems than on the test. Okay? Now, I didn't finish with you the last problem on the last practice test. So I'd like you to do that. And then somebody would come up and tell us where the asymptotes are. And while you're working on it, I'll put up the other stuff that we have. And then somebody can come up and work through the asymptotes for the last problem on practice test 1. You got it done, Keith?
Oh, yeah.
You wanna come up, put yours up here?
Yeah.
Worst that can happen is we'll laugh.
Yeah.
No, we won't. He's using 1, 2 as his point. Is that what you used? Good, that's the center. That's what we should be using. Oops, wait a second. How many did we count up?
4.
4. Yeah, you're good. Yep, 4 over 2. Reduce it, absolutely. Who wants a fraction? Not us.
2.
So plus or minus 2 for the slope? Is that what you got? Okay. So one of them, he got y equals 2x. And the other one, he got y equals negative 2x plus 4. Is that what you all got? Everybody got that? Awesome. That was a super simple one because there weren't even any fractions in that one because your slopes reduced. Perfect. Okay. So now what we're going to do, because we're not going to stop early, you paid for this, your parents paid for this, you're going to get your money's worth. So now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna pick somebody. Angel. You gonna miss anything on this test, Angel?
No.
Okay, we heard it there. All right, Stella, what about you? You gonna miss anything on this test?
I hope not.
Okay, that's not,
No.
nope. You're not gonna miss anything either?
No.
This could be embarrassing. I hope you guys come through. Okay? Elle, you gonna miss anything?
No.
This is gonna be the easiest set of papers to grade ever. So there's nothing you feel like you might miss? Nope. Got it all. Aiden,
Yeah.
you might miss something?
Yeah.
Maybe. What is it that you might miss?
Another problem, like the one we just did.
Okay, I want you to come on up to the board
Oh,
with someone who's not going to miss anything.
I trust Keith.
Why, are you gonna be okay, or,
I'm chilling, bro.
huh?
Chilling.
I'm chilling, what does that mean?
Oh, I'm good, I'm good.
Alright, so here we go. We'll do another hyperbola. Everybody's doing it with us. Even the people who are perfect are doing it with us. Okay, there you go. So go ahead and start finding stuff. If you need me to tell you what to find, I will, but you know, you're gonna start with the center and all that, right? When we finish this one, we'll be done. We're gonna get this one done. Keep an eye on them. If they do something that doesn't seem right, stop them before they get too far. You doing this, Diego?
And the points for that are. Points for that are
Where'd you guys put your center?
negative 2, 2. Yeah.
Where'd you put your center? Oh, there it is, I'm sorry, yeah. Good, center looks good.
Negative 2, 0. And then. That's special. It's.
Center focus is negative.
We need transverse and conjugate too, guys.
10.
So
It'll be,
1 plus.
it'll be,
1 plus.
no, it'll be negative 1 plus root 10. Negative 1 minus square root 10. Gotta find, what else? The transverse.
And that's 3.
Nah, it's 2. Okay, on the y-axis, so it's 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And C, what's it called? Connor, I don't know what it's called. CA was 6. Then the asymptotes.
That's what I should.
So
Okay, guys, I think you did a great job. I have one question for you. For your foci, x is -2. Why is that a -1?
Yes. I thought this was switching positive.
It is, because you're starting at the center,
Oh, yeah, center, oh, yeah.
and the center is
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
right? So that should be 1
Plus.
plus root 10 and 1 minus root 10. And how long did you say your axes were? 2 and 6. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Perfect. Now, does anybody have a question for the men? They did a great job with that. Aiden, if that's the only thing you're gonna miss, you're probably gonna get a perfect too.
Thank you.
All right. I'll get these quizzes graded and we'll get them back next time.